Hello, good day, viewers. I just quickly want to run through presentation after you have done your design. So this is one job that I've designed and I've detailed previously. So quickly, detailing can be challenging. So I will show you my own trick that I use. Regardless of the software that you are using, definitely you have to do some modification and some twerking and twisting so as for you to have something that is presentable and something that goes in line with our uh, our method of presentation in case you are taking it for approval and stuffs like that. So quickly, I just want to share my own trick and hope it helps you. Then also I will talk about the staircase as well and what I do. So follow me. Now this one has been designed and it's a simple structure. So if you look at it, is all what you have on this side is similar to what you have on this side. So design has been done, everything has been done. So we have two floors. This is second floor. Second floor is similar to first floor. The only difference is that there's a column that's on grid A, but on getting to second floor, it has been shifted to grid A prime, and that's why you have what you have here like this in this case. So that is the only difference in terms of the floor arrangement. So either ways, it is similar, and the same reinforcement that you have on this floor can be replicated for the next floor. And like I said, what you have on this side is similar to what you have on this side, so I don't have to detail this side. It's that reduces your workload. Then this opening are for staircase. So quickly, after design has been done, this is what I do. I have actually done most of it, but for the sake of this video, I will run everything again. So this is what I do. I export most of this drawing individually. So just like I have a GA, I export that separately. Why I do that is that so that when I want to do the editing in AutoCAD, it is very easy for me because there are tools and options in AutoCAD that makes your work faster. So, and if I want a GA, then I want all the GA to be here so that if I'm making changes to one, everything is being done simultaneously on order. So that's why I have GA separately. I have foundation separately. I have beams separately. I've not actually done the modification on this beam, but you will see as we progress. Then this is slab I export separately. So, and these are the sections that I also we exported from Prota Structure. Now I'm not speaking in favor of any particular software. There are so many software, but depending on what works for you and how you are familiar with the software. So I'm only speaking based on what I employ for this particular project, which is Prota Structure. In another project, depending on the complexity, depending on the time I have on hand, all these things are factors of what determines what I will use, a particular software that I will use for any particular job. So those are the parameters that I use. So depending on the time I have, depending on the complexity of the job, the type of material involved. So, but in this case, I have short time to deliver this project. Uh, so definitely, I feel that Prota Structure will do the work for me. So maybe a day or a day and a half, I'm done using Prota Structure. So a day maximum, you are done. So this is it. So I do the exporting separately, floor beam, columns. So for me, most times I don't use these columns. I only generated this based on the fact that there are some information that I will pick. So there are some drawings that I've done in the past that I detailed the column myself. So I will just bring that in and so we might not be able to cover everything, but I just want to show you how I do things and how my drawing comes out fine, the presentation. This is not what will come from Prota Structures, so I just made the modification, and the modification is made in such a way that whatever I do on one it's happening simultaneously on the other. So I exported this for so that I can pick the bending schedule, so that when I do the bill of quantity, I'll be able to pick the reinforcement tonnage. That's why, because I've exported this before, I only exported the second and copied it here. So quickly, let's go to the thing. So I've done the design, everything is done. So I'll go to Prota details. So let's wait a few seconds for it to load. So once Prota detail comes up, then you will see that I have some, it's coming up. You will have some drawing because I've actually exported it before. So let's wait for it. So while that is going on, this is Teclated. So now for staircase, most of the times I've done previous jobs, so I have template of different staircase that once I have a particular job, I'll just pick the detailing of that staircase and come and run the calculation here. So this is one of it. If you come to Teclated, you come to RC stair design. So you have stair design to Hero code and you have stair design to BS 8110. So whichever one you want to use. Now if I'm using BS 8110, so I'll just double click this. Once you double click, let me open the result of one I've done before. Quick access, let me see. Not this. Okay, this reports. Now this is one of the reports for staircase that I've done for that particular project, this same staircase. So let's see the report that's generated from Teclated. Okay, so this is the report that's generated from Teclated. So everything you have here, the result. So you can print this. It's simple, not much. You can print this and add to your calculation sheet. So this came from Teclated. So you have your information here based on this particular project. Now this is the staircase. This is the staircase. I copied it from the architectural drawing. So this is the staircase. It's typical. So we have first flight 10 and second flight 10, and you have the landing and hall. So like I just copied this to use it for design. Now for me, I have something similar when it comes to detailing of this. So what I will just do is just go and pick what I've done in the past. So I did the detailing manually so that it comes out the way I want it to come out and the way it is presentable. So I will just pick that and drop here, and it will be part of my drawing. Now this is the Tekla structure. Sorry, Prota detail. So like I said, I've done the drawing before, so that's why you have drawing one. So let me open this drawing. In the case that you are doing your own afresh, then what you do is just come to start by creating new drawing. So when you click this, then it will go to the interface. Now, like I said, me, I've created the drawing before, so I have drawing one, so I will open this. But in your own case, if you have not done before, so just quickly click on this and it will come. So I click this, then you have what you have here. So now this is the slab that I exported from here. Now you can see this is what I exported from Prota details. So you can see that the slabs are this way, but after I did the exporting, then I did some twerking so that I'll have something like this, which is what our practice here require. So maximum, if however the slab is, if you know how to twerk AutoCAD, it might take you half a day or a day to detail, even if you want to detail all this at once. So maximally, so this is what I have from this export. Like I said, now if I'm drawing this, let me delete this. Okay, so now this is what I do. If you click start new drawing, this is what you will have. So this is what I do. Like I said, I export it one by one so that I can do the modifications one by one. So I'll come to my foundation, then I will draw. Now in my foundations, like I said, depending on the type of foundation, you can have maybe a raft. So at this time, I don't want reinforcement to show because I just want the foundation layout. So I remove all these ones. Then I can change the scale depending on how big you want it to be. So for me, I use 1:20 for general arrangement or layout for all these drawings. So I use 1:20. So I click draw, then draw comes out. So this is the foundation layout. You can see what is coming is here. Now you can have dimensions here, but for me, I don't put the dimensions because I want the dimensions to be big. So I use something else. Now you can see in this foundation, I've also drawn because I've done it before. That's why it's coming this way. So you might not have this in your own depending, like I said. So this is the three types of footing that I have there, so I did export it as well. Now I'm not using this footing section because I'll have to draw my own, and like I said, I've drawn some before, so I'll just pick. But why I have this is that I want to pick the bending schedule and the reinforcement tonnage so that I can put it for my bill of quantities when generating. So when I have this, then I will do export. So since same drawing one, I export. He's saying because I have drawing one before, do I want to override it? I say yes. But in your case, maybe it's just your first drawing, so you might not have this. So then it will go. So automatically it will open the folder where you have exported drawing in your file for that particular project. So I have drawing one, so I open. Now this is what I have. Now, as I have this, like I said, there are options in AutoCAD that makes you edit things quickly. And if you are familiar with it, good. If you are not familiar, then good, you will learn it from here. So as I have this, what I do is I can quickly do the grid. When I select, because you have the one on the vertical is different from the one on the horizontal, so you have to select the two. Then when you right click, you select similar. Once you do select similar, it will highlight everything with that particular layer. So most of it, when you click print, this thing might be thick. So when I want to print, I don't want this to be thick. So I want it to be the line weight to be 0. So I just click 0. The line weight is 0. Maybe I want to change the color to red. I change the color to red. So by the time I'm printing, this will not be too thick for my printing. Now, this bulb is also, when you check the layer, it's also thick. Sorry, that's the select. I click this, same thing, I do select similar, so everything comes. Now the layer, maybe some, if you want to keep it, I keep it, but for me, I don't keep the bulb, so most times I delete it. If you want to keep it, you can keep it, but if you want to keep it, then you have to make the layer 0 so that when you print, this bulb, this circle will not be too thick and distort your presentation. So you can make it 0, but for me, I always delete it, so everything goes. Then this labeling for the grid are small for me, so I want to make it big. I say select similar, then I increase the size. If you do quick property, you can increase the size here, maybe 400. I do 400, then it's big enough for me, like that. So again, at this time, these particular beams, they are on another level. So at this time, I don't need the level labeling. So I select similar. I want to delete it as well. Erase. So like at this foundation stage, I don't need the dimension of the columns. So, and I don't need the labeling of this beam because I have to have that beam layout separately on the ground floor. So I do select similar. I can pick this. I say select similar, everything similar to it. I want to delete it. I do erase. It's gone. So this layer of the beam also, which might be there, but so I do similar. maybe I want to change the color to blue. Then the layer, I don't want it, is not what I need. The information I need actually on this is the pad footing. So I do 0 so that it won't appear too much. Then I click this, which is the base. Then I do select similar. Maybe I want to change that to blue as well. But at this time, that is the information that I need. So I want to make it the line weight to be thick so that I have something like this. Then maybe the column label, I want it to be a bit big as well. So I do select similar. Then quick property, I change it maybe 120, 150 if you want, so that I have something like this. Then maybe I want it to be a bit closer, select similar still, move, I want it a bit closer to the column. So everything moves all at once. So these are the label for the foundation. I do select similar. I want to increase the size, so I do quick property as well. Then maybe I increase the size to 120 as well. So maybe I'll have something like this. Now, if you have it like this, you can see that it's coming nice now. So maybe again, if I want the dimension, I come this way and I have. Now you can see that it's not showing. Now for me, like I've said, I've done the some of this thing in time past. So I just pick, maybe I come to slab detail or something I've done before, or you can see the GA of something. So I want to pick the same format as it is here. So I do copy, I come here and I paste it, it comes fine. But in another way, maybe you don't have it like that on your own, you don't have something you have done before, you can quickly come and do formatting for your dimension style. So depending on the dimension style that you picked, you can quickly modify. So, and you can do all the setting from here. Change the line weight to 0, blah blah blah. Change this one to 0 so that it won't be too thick. Change the line weight of the to 0 as well. So change everything you want to change here. If you do not understand, drop a message for me so that I can guide you through if you want something like this, if you want something like this. So once I have this, this is done. So instead of me clicking dimension, there's option in AutoCAD that the dimension will just continue from where I stop from here. So you just be clicking, you can see multi-dimension here. So continue dimension. So once I click, everything will just be going like that. Be going like that. The dimensions will be coming and they'll be coming with the same format. So like that. So same thing you can do for the other side. Yeah. So here I want it to be here. So I do. Then you can quickly copy the property and paste the property on here. So same thing. Annotate. Continue dimension from where you stop. Then you click. You click. You click. So before, do you know it now? I have my foundation layout already, within minutes, and everything is ready. So same process. Now, again, I don't know, maybe you want to put it in paper as well. So you just come to layout. So maybe you don't have anything here. So delete this layout, then another one will come, depending on how your AutoCAD is set. So now this is the layout. So what you do, of course, you must have your title block existing already. Like if you check mine, I've created the title block for this particular project already in AutoCAD. So I will just import it into my drawing. So what you do, you just you just type insert, you click enter, then you browse where you have the title block. I have the title block here. Then so why I do that title block down is so that I don't have to do too much editing. So once you click anywhere, you might not see the title block. So what you just type zoom extends. So on your keyboard you type Z space bar, then E space bar. So it will zoom extend so that it will see everything on the layout page. So this is my title block. So on this title block, the only thing I'll just be editing now is the drawing title and the sheet number. Every other thing I've input the information of the particular project on it. So what you do is that at this point you explode it. So now you can now edit the drawing title and the sheet number. So if I want to put my drawing now, so you type vport vport. So you can maybe click single, you can have different, then you have this and have this. So your drawing is showing, double click inside and your foundation layout is ready. You change the title and you change the drawing, the sheet number. Your foundation layout is ready. So in case you want to print and see, print. Also already I've done previous plot, so the setting is already there. So what I'll just do is click previous plot, then I'll select my paper and I have this, and this is what I have. You can see everything coming out fine and nice. So your foundation layout is ready in minutes like that. So you can have multi layers of this sheet here. So depending, you can copy this sheet and move this way so that you can insert another drawing in case in the case of GA. Now this GA, the similar thing what I did there, I will just copy, I will just pick on this particular one, then select similar, change it to different sizes that I want, and this is what you have. So in this case, I have GA for first floor, for second floor, and for roof. So the same process, presentation drawing is already here. I have this sheet, this sheet, this sheet, and with the different drawings there. So before you know, in minutes you are ready. Same thing for foundation. So foundation, this is the other one that I have. So quickly do the same process however you want it. If you want to make this big, just click select similar and you have it the way you want it. Same thing for GA, same for column. This is the column, this is column, same thing. So it's for column, you have to change this layer to 0, then maybe you give this one 0.09 so that your presentation will be fine. So if you want to have this there, you can have the links. If you want to delete it, you can quickly do select similar and erase it off if you want. Erase it off if you want. So depending on what you want and all. So this is what I have, and the same thing for floor beam. Like as you see floor beam now, so you can see that this thing is not well pronounced. So what I do, I select this, select similar. Maybe I want to change it to blue as well. Then I want it to be 0, the thickness. All these ones select because their line weight is actually big coming from the software. So you make it 0. Then I can quickly have my reinforcement, this and this. I do select similar and I want the thickness to be this so that the reinforcement will be more pronounced, as it is the reinforcement that is the major information that is needed. So this also, the line weight is thick. I can do select similar and do 0 so that it will not be too thick for it. Then this is the links, so I can do select similar. Maybe I want to make it black, then also I give it this, so this comes out. So I can also make this big. I do select similar. Now if you make this big, automatically your section will be bigger. So this is what I do most times. Since I have some of that I've done, so I will just bring it in and make all this thing big. But the quickest way for me is that once I have this, so first of all, I will not mind this section because I also want the section to be bigger. So I will export another drawing and leave the section and delete all this. But this, for this one, I will delete all this section, then make modification for all this as well. So maybe like all these ones, I want to make it bigger, select similar So the top reinforcement is different from the bottom, so do the same thing, select similar. Then you want to make it bigger, maybe 120. For presentation purpose, same thing for this, select similar. If I want to make it bigger, 120 as well. Depending on how you want to make it big, how pronounced you want it. So once you are making modification to this, you can see that all these ones are getting bigger as well. So this for this particular section, it might be too big for this. So that's why most times I just remove all this section from this particular drawing. Then I will export another one of this kind. Then I will now treat the sections separately. So you can also make this one bigger by coming here and selecting this, copy and make it big as well. So, or better still, because these ones are plenty, you might not want to be clicking it one by one. So what I do is that you might just copy this particular one that you have here. You copy this drawing, you drop it here, then you go and pick, you do this, then you select similar. When you select similar, or better, you first of all find the layer, find the type of this, you find the annotation style. This is big, right? So you just come, select this, select similar, and you go to properties and select the dimension. You can see it's beam, so you want to change it to big. So you can see that everything is automated, everything is big now. So you can see how it is. So the downside of this is that every other dimension is big. That's why I treat sections separately aside from this, so that when I'm making my modifications, everything will be. So for section now, I don't need it to be this big. So what I will do now, once I'm done with this beam elevation, I'll delete all this section from it, then go and export another one, then delete all this beam elevation and treat sections separately, so that when I'm done, then I can now copy it and put it where the floor beams are. So you can see everything is coming out with less stress. Before you know, your beam is ready, everything is ready. And for slab, like I said, when you this is drawing, okay. For slab, when you export it, what you have, so same, once I export this, I delete, then sorry, let me quickly do this. So this drawing now, since this is foundation layout, I will now do a save as foundation of that project. Then once I'm done with that, I will close, so that drawing one, I can export another drawing one, so that is gone. So that is that. So the battery of my system is low, and then so I'll do another video continuing from here. But basically that is how it is. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you have any observation, or if you have any question. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.